director of the Economic Saturdays with my colleague and friend, Ndongo Sylla.
Fantastic. Now, we've just stepped out of the last of 2 days of the ROAPE workshop on structural transformation, industrialization, and radical political economy. I was wondering whether you could say a few words about how you have thought the workshop has gone, how useful it's been, what you take away.
Yeah, I would say first that the topic of industrialization is really relevant because now we talk more and more about development without talking about industrialization. And without industrialization, you can have real development, but more or less extractivism. So it was interesting that we have that. It was also interesting that people address the main challenges regarding the, let's say, the numerous forms of attacks by neoliberal, let's say, logic we have in Africa. But it was also important to discuss about how with the ROAPE network and the ROAPE resources we could, let's say, expand the frontier of radical political economy within Africa by trying to transcend, let's say, linguistic cleavages, spatial cleavages regarding, for example, North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. And I think we had very interesting discussion about all those subjects. Another important topic was also how do we work towards the real change we want, not only industrialization but also democratic change for the benefit of the masses. And I think there have been many interesting points raised and many interesting also examples coming from throughout the continent about the limitations of the social movements, but also about their potential and the role of intellectuals and the role of, let's say, radical scholars, the role of organizations like ROAPE, who can gather some resources, who can gather African scholars, so that we will be able to create the necessary links between the scholars, the intellectual, the social movements, the grassroots movements throughout the continent. I think many interesting things have been laid, and I hope that we will have other opportunities like that to deepen our conversation.
Fantastic. And the second question has 2 parts to it. Can you talk very briefly about some of the initiatives you've been involved in? I'm thinking specifically of Economic Saturdays, and how, in the light of the workshops, that could potentially be expanded into something else.
Yeah. The Economic Saturday is an initiative we have created, Ndongo Sylla and I, in 2013, and it was inaugurated by Professor Samir Amin. In fact, it started from an observation that there is no forum of radical thinking, and we say that we have to put something in place so that we can discuss in a critical way the policies of the World Bank, the policies implemented by our states and so on, but also sometimes to remember some legacies, for example, Thomas Sankara, the Russian Revolution, things like that. And I think it could be something which could be tried at a more regional level. I think in West Africa, if we could have from time to time some gathering like the gathering we had this to last day, if we could have something like that, it would be really interesting, because there are many topics which are not national but which are regional or global, and it is important that what we have achieved in Senegal, we could do the same in West Africa, because we will be able to link the social movements, West African social movement, and the intellectuals, and also intellectuals from Europe who are sharing a similar perspective.
Brilliant. Ndongo Sylla, thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you.